Hi there. Welcome to the Economic Times Business Verticals India AI Dialogues. My name is Soumik Ghosh. I'm Senior Assistant Editor with the Economic Times CIO, and I'm glad to be your host and interviewer for this show. And we'd also like to inform our viewers at this point that Kyndryl has signed an MOU with the government of Telangana to foster and promote Gen AI and Agentic AI deployments. Joining me today is Mr. Phani Nagarjuna. He's the founding CEO of ICOM, that's the Telangana AI Innovation Hub. Phani, thank you so much for joining us today. It's an absolute pleasure welcoming you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, Phani, tell our viewers a little bit about your experience at India's AI Summit. It's the first and one of the largest in the world. How's your experience been so far?
I mean, it's absolutely breathtaking in terms of the kind of the scale of the show that India has put up for the world, and I think, will set an example for the rest of the world in terms of the impact that not only the show but the collective energy that you can feel and the innovation that is come under one roof. I mean, of course, there's multiple roofs, but this massive Bharat Mandapam, I think it's really setting an example, and it's also demonstrating like how India is leading from the front in AI innovation.
Absolutely. And also leading from the front is the state of Telangana when it comes to technological advancements and innovation in our country. Tell us a little bit about how the state of Telangana is looking at AI. What are some of the use cases you've identified? Some of the projects that you've deployed. Walk us through it.
I think there's a plethora of use cases that Telangana has deployed using AI to drive impact. But I think what we have done is we have taken a little bit of a step back, looking at how globally different regions and countries are adopting AI to really drive foundational economic growth, right, and accelerate uh, progress in different sectors. So with that, we have taken on an approach of what we say like a spec, which is structure, policy, ecosystem, and capabilities, right? And I'll come to structure in a bit, but Telangana is one of the first states to launch a comprehensive AI policy back in 2024, right? Grounded in being an inclusive and responsible AI framework, which is very important because any innovation that is coming out of AI, we need to ensure it delivers the benefits to everyone in the society, to the bottom of the pyramid, but also it is equitable, it is transparent, and it is ethical, right?
Right.
So it is grounded in that. So the policy is the starting point to this, but it's also important that as you build the capabilities, what Telangana has done is it's taken an ecosystem-driven approach where not only skilling, starting with skilling the talent, but also creating a groundswell of innovation through startup acceleration and financing it through a fund of funds that Honorable Chief Minister Revant Reddy Garu announced, 1,000 crore fund of funds that's going to finance the startup acceleration, but also bring in to the fold the industry and academia from a co-innovation point of view and a foundational, fundamental research point of view. So we are collaborating with all different institutions across these different pillars, creating an ecosystem, which is an open ecosystem where we are also extending partnerships to the rest of the world and bringing them into the fold. So that's the ecosystem part of it, an approach that is holistic in nature,
Right.
and that's what Telangana is doing. And then the capability thing is about how do you make access to these to the infrastructure, to the data and whatnot, almost like zero cost access. If you want to democratize AI, the last mile access has to be very easy and
Correct.
not expensive. And with on that front, we have launched Telangana Data Exchange, which is first of its kind digital public infrastructure at a population scale on the AI front.
Right.
Okay, first of its kind. And this is not only a massive amounts of pre-prepared data sets that are AI ready, but also sandboxes and AI ML models where uh, developers can quickly access and build applications and deliver impact. But what is more important or equally very important is in order to drive that impact at a macro level, you need to have the right kind of a structure,
Right.
which is where like Government of Telangana has announced the launch of ICOM at Davos, and again, Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable IT Minister Sridhar Babu Garu, they've launched it. ICOM is the Telangana AI Innovation Hub, and all innovation across AI value chain is housed under ICOM. And
Right.
we have pulled together existing initiatives under ICOM and giving it that muscle power to the right structure, which is an autonomous unified entity with a governing board supported by the government, but also with the private sector from globally who's who. And that is going to drive this innovation forward. So to sum up, I think what Telangana is doing is taking a very methodical, institutional driven approach, which is going to deliver impact as the months and years come.
Understood. And funny, I must say that one cannot fail but notice that you're building this entire ecosystem. It's not just an AI deployment or an AI project. You're looking
Yeah.
at the data foundations. You're also looking at governing bodies. So it's an all-round approach when it comes to embracing AI. That sounds great. Now, also the other thing that we've been hearing about for some time now, especially since the DPDP was passed in its latest form, was the importance of privacy. Now, we've been talking about secure by design, and with the DPDP Act, now we are going to be talking about privacy by design as well.
Yeah.
How does privacy play a role in ICOM? How do you look at privacy, and also what are some of the measures that you're taking at ICOM to ensure that these projects are able to tick that privacy box as well?
That's an absolutely critical question. I'm glad you raised that. I'm sure, like India has passed the DPDP Act lately, but even before that, the whole mindset that we are bringing to the table is a privacy first approach. So the TGDEX also that was launched has that privacy first principles baked into it, where your data is fully anonymized. There is nothing in terms of leakage that could potentially happen. So we're taking all the measures, both technology wise as well as in terms of a policy and process point of view. We are making sure. We've also announced something called a raise index
Right.
at Davos, which also is a comprehensive framework in how do you deploy AI solutions that are, again, privacy first, secure by design, and responsible and ethical, so that you could, before you deploy a solution out, you could make sure like you're adhering to all of those
Right.
during the design phase, during the development phase, during the deployment phase, right? All of that is baked into how we're going to have anything that is coming out of ICOM or in collaboration with ICOM. We would want to institute that particular framework as a best practice.
All right. Well, great to hear that, and we wish you all the best. I hope Telangana is as successful with ICOM as you've been with GCCs. Folks, that was Phani, the founding CEO at ICOM. Thanks so much for joining us, and it was an absolute pleasure hosting you.
No, thank you for having me. All right. Thank you.
Sure.